What's up, everybody? Welcome to Takedown Games. I'm your host, Silo Takedown, and here's the apprentice as well. So we're hanging out, and I've been debating on releasing this film and putting the audio over it and everything in between. But I figured I'd just live stream the video, show you it after I got everything all edited and clipped and cleaned up for you. Figured we might as well just go ahead and play the film live. That way you guys have any questions, anything like that, we can go ahead and go from there. You guys can listen to me talk about the kid and everything like that, and you can ask the questions if you have any questions again too. We're going over some film with the bounty hunters in phase 1 with the Embo lead. And then the second team is phase 3 with Aura Singh and Enfys Nest as the fifth. So a lot of investment in the bounty hunters. Gear 12, very tenacious Enfys Nest. So we'll go ahead and watch the film on this too. The Embo lead is really exciting and really interesting too. Yeah. So, with Embo lead, he gives the team 50% offense and 50% health steal to all bounty hunters. And then for the contract, you damage an enemy without a buff 15 times. And then when you fill the contract, all the bounty hunter allies gain 50% additional offense. And then when a bounty hunter ally uses a basic ability, they deal bonus damage equal to 7% of the target's max protection. So in the raids, a lot of protection, as you can see there. Malice is getting hit for like 20, 30k every time somebody's using a basic on him. So every time Django or Cad Bane are double tapping, they're doing extra damage. It's pretty good there. I don't have the Zeta on Embo's lead, but if you have the Zeta on the lead too, it also gives additional offense up to. Some pretty good extra damage there too, so definitely want to invest in the Zeta long term. So yeah, the idea of the team is every time that one of the bounty hunters gain the buff to keep them from being annihilated from the raid, to use that to keep the team alive till the enrage, and then once the enrage goes, before he can get that AoE off after he's enraged, try and spread all those extra buffs, make sure that they're all countering and doing some extra damage before the enrage too as well. So this team does 1.6 million, and then the second team here, one of my better scores, is 3.1 million, I believe. Some pretty heavy damage. Good going. Yeah, Apprentice has had a very long day. Trying to go to sleep early. Embo's hitting for like 30, 40k all the time. The one downside is when the Marauder dazes, it's one less piece that's countering and doing some damage and getting their health back up too. But Bosk is very durable, and my Bosk is modded for a lot of tenacity too as well. being very silly today. Right. What are you doing? It's like ripping my shirt down. What you doing, huh? So right there, I should have went for that extra damage on Nihilus. Start popping those buffs everywhere. And 3.1, not bad. So now we're moving over to phase 3. We got the Aura Sing team. This one's the best damage I get because Embo's in this team. I didn't get to use Embo in phase 1. So right away I just knocked down a bunch of little lightsabers and toppled her. And then was chipping away at her damage in this one. More so because Nest got the standalone right away. So she was doing pretty well, and then I wasn't using the standalone for Aura. The damage stacked up a lot more than I thought it did too. Hey. Another thing when you're using this team, you want to just keep focusing on the lightsabers, but without AoEs, because the more AoEs you use while the lightsabers are up, Trey is going to gain turn meter too as well, so it'll kind of mess up your train with offense and taking down the lightsabers and keeping the stealth up on the bounty hunters. We're seeing keeps hitting anywhere between 150,000 to 200,000 when she's toppled like that. So it adds up to a little more than what her standalone would have been. I don't know why I cut that clip, but we'll go back in one more time apparently, just kind of to show you the mechanics. So Nessa's going to keep countering and taking all that damage. This time we didn't use the standalone with her. I didn't even take my own advice there. Use Boba's AoE. I only want to use Aura's first special when what? Pop-ups like crazy. Ouch. Isaiah, what are you doing? I'm not a jungle gym. You're alright. Yeah, so a lot of bad play here and there. Yeah, still figuring out the mechanics of this team with like speeds and balancing the offense too, getting more offense so that Aura's going to deal more damage. So it's a little back and forth. What are you doing? One shot in those lightsabers. You're ready to go walking around this house, aren't you? Yeah. Hi. Hi. What are you doing? Oof. What's the matter? Yeah, 1.8 million, not too bad. And then the next two don't have as much damage because Greedo and IG-88 are in here as opposed to like Embo and Dengar. They're in the Phase 1 team, so I actually got to use them in Phase 1. Now this is like the more realistic team that I use. And this is when I had an IG-88 and Greedo at a lower gear level than I have now. So I'm still working on the mods again and clocking the team right, and also trying to keep them modded well for Grand Arena, for Territory Wars, all that kind of stuff too as well. Trying to make 2 full Bounty Hunter teams. Zam is really fun, but she is a little squishy for this phase unless she has her Zeta. But even still, she's not going to get as much survivability. Greedo, a lot of RNG in this phase with Greedo, but as long as he can get one of those lightsabers killed every time he goes, makes the team so much easier to run. With like Boba being able to hit the foresight, Empty's Nest being able to hit the foresight. Some pretty good damage there too. And it's also really hard timing because once you use Aura Singh's 2 specials, she comes out of stealth, so it's a lot of RNG, and you just kind of hope that Treya's not going to put that isolate on her. Because once she falls, she falls. But she can also go through and do kind of damage like that and hit 63k and topple a lightsaber in one shot, so. A lot of damage. It's a very interesting PvE team, so it kind of just helps with the rate a little bit more. Yay! 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 So like 800k, big difference between 1.8 mil and 800k. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, if you're watching the playback, give it a like. The thumbs up really helps the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Again, I'm Xylo Takedown from Takedown Games, and The Apprentice here as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it again, and trying to get up to 500 subscribers in March, so be sure you subscribe again, you guys. It really helps the channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. Hope you keep taking down games. Peace.